Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and we all know BMW makes ultimate driving machines, right? Well, sometimes they also make ultimate money pits. Take it from me, I've owned numerous BMWs over the years. Inline 4s, straight 6s, V8s, even a screaming V10 that sounded like an F1 car when it was straight piped. I've felt the thrill, and I've also felt the pain in my wallet, which is pretty empty right now. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that not all BMWs are created equal. Some models will make you fall in love with the brand, while others will make you hate life when the repair bill hits. So today, I'm gonna break it down with my decades plus experience on BMWs and show you the ones that are a joy to drive without the financial ruin. And let's start off with what I just did and what you shouldn't do. Well, buy an E92 335i with the N54. Yeah, I'm regretting it a lot. You see, this is kind of a confession, but one of the worst cars that I've ever owned was a BMW. Yeah, and as much as I adore the brand's performance and luxury, they built some doozies. Case in point, I have a 2007 BMW 335i E92 Coupe dine-in package, and it was the first model year of the twin-turbo N54 engine. Now, guys, on paper, I grew up lusting over this car, and that engine is a chef's kiss. A 3-liter straight 6 with twin turbos, 300 horsepower stock, but tunable to crazy levels, and mated to a 6-speed manual. When I saw this thing on Craigslist, I was in heaven for about a month. But then reality hit me like a frying pan. You see, that N54 powered 335i is a nightmare in maintenance costs. Yeah, it earned nicknames like the German Supra for its tuning potential, but it also, really laid into the BMW. Break my wallet. Get it? Yeah. For its upkeep. Common issues exploded like popcorn, leaking valve cover gaskets. Yep, that had it. High pressure fuel pump failures. You bet, mine had it. Water pump and thermostats that died. Mine didn't, but I've heard that happens all of the time. And the problem with this engine is that those are electric and they're buried deep in the engine, costing over $1,500 to replace. The oil filter housing gaskets started leaking oil into my coolant, which meant oil and coolant mixing into a lovely slime. Yeah, that's not great. And so to fix that, you have to remove half the engine accessories. My driveway currently looks like a kitty litter box from all the coolant it has puked out. Every time that I park somewhere, I nervously check for new drips, and usually I find them. And yeah, don't even get me started on the early N54 turbos. Mine developed the infamous wastegate rattle. It sounded like shaking maracas every time I backed off the throttle. Fixing it means a pricey turbo rebuild or replacement, but I'm just gonna sell the car. Plus, my ride munched ignition coils, injectors, and built up carbon deposit faster than I could keep track. Oh, and random electrical gremlins? Yeah, it has that too. By the end, the dash, well, it kind of looked like Christmas tree, but trust me, avoid these early turbo BMWs and finicky V8s. Your sanity and wallet will thank you. And guys, real quick, Rocky from New York already drove off with the first GTR and the bonus cash that changed his life. We literally flew him out here. He hung out with us for the whole weekend. We shipped his car back home to New York, and the dude had the time of his life. It genuinely changed everything for him. And now it's your turn. If you want a shot at winning your dream car plus bonus cash, hit the link in the pinned first comment right now. Now, back to the show. Thankfully, newer BMWs learned their lesson and seriously stepped up reliability. And I just bought a BMW with one of these motors. You see, BMW knew that they needed to reboot after their troublesome turbo years, so they cooked up something super special, the B48 and B58 engine family. And guys, don't just take my word for it. Consumer Reports and JD Power reliability surveys consistently place modern BMWs with these engines near the top of their lists. Even Ward's 10 best engines awarded the B58 multiple times. Heck, it's so bulletproof that, yes, Toyota, the undisputed reliability king, uses it in their new Supra. Yeah, Toyota was like, we'll take that, proving this engine's credibility. BMW tackled everything wrong with their previous engines. The troublesome electrical water pump, gone. BMW reverted to a simpler, reliable mechanical pump. Heat management also saw major improvements with heat encapsulation, preventing rapid temperature swings that once cracked plastic parts. They beefed up timing chains, upgraded fuel systems to dodge injector recalls, and even introduced better gaskets to stop those notorious oil leaks. Despite all these improvements, performance performance remained outstanding. The B58 effortlessly delivers between 320 and 382 horsepower, depending on the flavor of vehicle that it's in, while the B48 offers a lively 255 horses. High mileage reports, they're glowing, with owners praising reliability and minimal issues. So, want BMW performance without draining your wallet? Well, that's why you clicked on this video and you're liking and subscribing. So, grab a ride with these modern masterpieces, and here are my ideal picks. First up is the BMW 340i. Commuting, canyon carving, hauling family, or flexing a valet, the current BMW 3 Series is unbeatable. Specifically, the M340i is the sweet spot. I'd actually take it over an M3. Crazy, right? Powered by BMW's legendary B58 3-liter turbocharged inline-six, cranking out 382 horses, paired with the flawless and my absolute favorite automatic transmission that's not a PDK, the 8-speed ZF automatic. Plus, it's available with rear-wheel or all-wheel drive in the X-Drive if you want all-weather grip. It rockets to 60 in about 4 seconds flat, which is about a half second faster than my Porsche 911. Crazy. And yet it cruises smoothly around town, even hitting 30 miles per gallon on the highway. Think of the M340i as an M3 without the bone-rattling suspension or wallet-emptying price tag. Crucially, this is one of BMW's, or actually just one of the most reliable offerings that you can buy in the modern world. No exploding coolant hoses, failed fuel pumps, or fragile water pumps here. Inside, it's loaded with tech. I love the cockpit, digital displays, and driver assists like lane keep assist and adaptive cruise, which is amazing if you haven't tried it. And yet, after all that, it still handles like a genuine sports sedan. If I had to pick one car that does it all reliably and stylishly, the M340i, plus you can get it in a manual 6-speed, would be at the top of my ideal list. But I know some of you guys, including me, need something a little bit more practical than a sedan. So enter BMW's latest SUVs. Yes, I know, now historically, pairing BMW and SUV with reliable, that was sketchy. Early X5s were air suspension nightmares. Thankfully, the newest models, especially those packing that trusty B58 6-cylinder, have flipped the script. Take it from me, I just bought one. But first, the X3 M40i. It's essentially an SUV version of the stellar M340i. It uses the same brilliant 382 horsepower B58 engine, silky 8-speed tranny, and standard X-Drive all-wheel drive. It's also quick, 0 to 60 in 4.4. It's agile and easily swallows your Costco hauls. Plus, borrowing mechanical bits from the 3 Series, it's way more reliable than older 6-cylinder X3s. But if you want to step it up and really have room for 5, well, you get the X5 X-Drive 40i with the M Sport package if you can find it. Or you can get the coupe-like X6, but make sure it's the X-Drive 40i if you want all-wheel drive in that B58, which is exactly what I got. And in this package, you're going to find luxury combined with bulletproof reliability. The B58 engine makes around 335 horses here, powerful yet super unstressed, easy passes on the mountains, and it still does 0 to 60 in low 5 seconds, with way fewer headaches than a Range Rover Sport. Unless you need V8 bragging rights, and trust me, you don't. I wasn't even looking at M50 or M60i's. I just wanted the 40i because the B58 can be tuned past the 50 and 60i's. And that's why you want to stick with this smooth, trouble-free 6-cylinder option. They're the ultimate balance of performance, dependability, and, well, they're totally practical as well. But maybe you don't need 6 cylinders at all. BMW's turbocharged B48 4-cylinder deserves some serious love, powering models like the 230, 330, and 430i, and even the sporty Z4 S-Drive 30i. This smooth 2-liter engine churns out about 248 to 255 horses, more than enough to keep things lively. In lighter cars, especially that 2 Series coupe, it feels genuinely punchy, making daily commutes and weekend drives a blast. Reliability-wise, the B48 matches its 6-cylinder sibling. Gone are those frustrating timing chain issues from BMW's older N24-cylinder engines. Instead, you get smooth, efficient performance with a broad torque band, and fewer complicated components mean less money spent on maintenance. The current G20 generation BMW 330i, for instance, still hits 60 in around 5.5 seconds. Impressive performance without frequent trips to the shop. Paired with BMW's excellent tried and true ZF8, which again is my fave, the B48 drivetrain proves reliable, efficient, and affordable, can all be wrapped into one tight Bimmer package. If you're shopping modern BMWs, do not overlook these 4-cylinder gems. And now we got to get into a little honorable mention because there's a few. And My other safe bet bimmers, well, these are my top picks, but let me give you a quick nod to a few others because they got good genes as well. First up, I actually really like this one, the BMW M240i. This is the smaller coupe packing the B58 six-cylinder, essentially a baby M2 that's reliable enough for daily driving. Tons of fun, reliable, relatively simple, no adaptive suspension or fancy tech overload if you don't option it up that much, and fewer reported issues. And then also the BMW 540i, the G35 series. So let's say you need a larger executive sedan. The 540i with the B58 is a solid choice. The 5 Series is a bit more complex electronically, but overall, the 2017 Plus 5ers have decent reliability, especially in six-cylinder form. Steer clear of the 530i 4-cylinder on that one, not because the engine is bad, but because the 5 Series really benefits from that smooth 6. Also, well, I'm going to suggest a Toyota. Yes, the Supra GR A90. Okay. Yes, I know it doesn't have a BMW badge, but I have to mention it because I've driven a lot on the road, on the track, and I absolutely love it. It's the current Supra, and it's basically a BMW underneath, built alongside the Z4. It uses the B58 engine or a B48 in the 4-cylinder overseas, and guess what? It's been dependable and an absolute blast, plus you can get it in a manual 6-speed. If you want a 2-seat sports car, the Supra gives you that BMW goodness with the Toyota halo of reliability and resale value. Kind of the best of both worlds, but only 2 seats and a lot of air buffers if you open both windows. So not really for everyone. All right, now a quick reality check. Even the best BMWs still require some maintenance. Preventative maintenance, that is key. Change your oil on time. Don't follow the super long intervals if you plan to keep the car long term. Give it fresh oil more frequently. Keep up with coolant, spark plugs, filters, etc. These new engines don't have any glaring weak points, but any machine can fail if neglected. The difference now is that you can take care of a B48, B58 BMW, and it's going to reward you with many miles of trouble-free fun. A statement I am very hesitant to say about my E92 335i with the N54 without crossing my fingers. And the cool thing is that you can actually get these cars starting in like 2016 in the US. So they're now 10 years old and in the teens, low teens, like $10,000 plus. So go check them out. High mileage shouldn't really scare you for the B58. And let's wrap it up real quick. The only new BMWs that I'd buy are the ones that benefited from BMW's hard lessons in the past, specifically models with the B48 and B58. So when you're looking at BMWs, look for the 30i, 40i, M40i, and the M Performance non-M cars like the M340i, M240i, etc., as well as their SUV equivalents. These are the sweet spot where you get the legendary BMW driving experience and modern reliability. And yet, well, if you buy used, BMWs depreciate quite a lot, so you will get a heck of a deal on it. Avoid the early turbo models though. Like I just bought the 2007 to 2012-ish, like the plague, unless you have deep pockets and or mechanical know-how, which I don't. And even among new ones, be cautious with higher strung variants like true M models or even the V8 models if you can't stomach big repair costs down the line. In short, you guys, BMW finally got its groove back in. If you pick the right model, you won't be stuck on the side of the road cursing Bavarian engineers. Instead, you're going to be carving up back roads with a grin on your face. And isn't that what BMW is supposed to be about? If you found this useful, smash the subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, and remember to go to winthisIdealCar.com to get signed up for free to win our very first car that we're giving away to one of you. Good luck. Also, check out these Ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. We'll catch you next week, and promise me one thing. Keep living the ideal lifestyle.